Hello, this is my second Our House vlog. We have finished the choreography for Tomorrow Is Just Another Day and the vocals for it as well. It's not as clean as it could be, but as the basics of the song, like the skeleton, the movement, the vocals, it's all come together quite nicely. But I do actually, this is possibly one of my favourite songs in the whole show. It's just so, it's got some power behind it, and it's just got a lot of meaning to it, and I think it's brilliant. It's just a nice sort of, it's just really, it's quite different from like Baggy Trousers in Our House, how it becomes so happy and joyful, and then this comes along and it's like an enema. It's not really a proper dance like Baggy Trousers. It's more of a sort of everyone's moving in sync, everyone's doing this, everyone's doing that exactly at this time, and it's kind of a bit of a nice change, really. We went to the recital room and we managed to go over a load of scenes, like for the first time properly. We went over, what did we go through? We went through embarrassment. We went through a lot of different scenes, like bits and bobs of the scene. So we got like the car wash done. We got the magistrate's court done. We got a little note from the previous week. We did the me and Lucy went over a lot of stuff from the first parts of the scenes. We got My Girl blocked. We've been doing quite a lot actually in the first half of this act. Over the past couple of weeks, and it's all coming together really well, and everyone's seeming to pull their weight. And it is all going pretty fantastically, really. My characterisation is upping quite a lot, because I'm making a more a more definite difference between good Joe and bad Joe, whereas before it was just like I'd say the lines exactly the same. And now Bad Joe is a lot more sly, a lot more smooth, and a lot more of an arse, really. And then Good Joe is quite, not intimidated, but is more happy, kind, friendly, don't want to tread on too many toes, sort of thing. Now, what's next? Then the tutors, well, Terry, give us a load of feedback from the scenes we'd rehearsed, and we're all taking it on board. It's like every little bit she'd said, like any bit of directing, we've just taken it on board, and it's coming together really well. There's a lot of things that didn't work, and there's a lot of things that did work, and there's a lot on the Mondays when we come in. I think the most people that have ever come in on a Monday is like 6. They're not actually timetabled in, so I mean I don't blame them for not coming in. It's usually just like a couple of the main cast, and we can freshen up some scenes and stuff. So we don't usually get a massive amount done to do with the ensembles, but we do get to go over scenes. Like for example, My Girl, we blocked that on a Monday. I still slipped up with my accent a couple of times. I mean, usually, as a rule, I mean, for accents, I usually can be quite good with them. But there's a couple of words that I still, for example, for access, I kept saying access for no reason whatsoever, and I don't know why. It kept winding me up, but I've got past that now. What else did we do? We blocked a lot more of embarrassment, if not the whole thing. Like the skeleton of it, anyway. There's still a lot that we need to tidy up. and go over, but everyone knows the lines, everyone knows the movement, they've all taken direction on board, and that's all moving on at a really good pace. I think we need to be a bit louder, which I will work on myself. We need to be a bit more animated in every single piece that we do, not just embarrassment, but in everything, because that's just the style it needs to be. And we're still, a lot of us, we're still being a bit naturalistic, which is what we need to work on. And also we started encouragement, which is the song just after embarrassment, and that was interesting, to say the least, because we didn't actually know what the hell was cracking off with that, because none of us would not actually been over the routine before, so we didn't really do anything to do with that. But we need to go over the vocals first, and then the movement, and then we can all slide it together and make one. Encouraging bowl of encouragement. I don't have a clue what I'm on about there. Okay. Okay, so like an action plan, I will definitely try and work on my animation for my character a lot more, because that is the main thing that it needs to be. I can't be doing any of this, as Jonathan calls it, acting, for this show. It just needs to be a lot more fast-paced, a lot more animated, and a lot more stereotypical, really. Not stereotypical, but needs to be a bit more, just so people can understand the characters a lot more without going into depth. They don't need to know, his backstory, well, Joe's backstory, yeah, but they don't need to know everyone else's backstories and why they're at that place now, and none of this like Stanislavski business. But yeah, so there's that one. Go over lines. That's going to be in every action plan, because there's so bloody many. Just become a lot more animated. Go over a lot more songs. I'll still listen to them religiously when I'm walking and when I'm on the bus, and that sort of thing. And that's about it, really. I still need to get a costume, but I think the tutors are helping sort that out. And I think that's about it. Okay, so very much.